A practice that since independence has been crowned with much pomp and colour may be no more. The bone of contention apparently sparked off by Article 221 of the Constitution that requires the Cabinet Secretary responsible for finance, the equivalent of the current Minister for Finance, to submit the estimates 2 months prior to the end of each financial year. And the debate was taken to the floor of the House Tuesday, with Gichugu MP Karua seeking the Speaker's guidance on the matter.
Since this new provision applies, we no longer can have the fanfare and ceremony of a minister reading the budget to this parliament.
And the Justice Minister appeared to agree with this argument.
So I am in a way agreeing with Honourable Mother that the Treasury has forgotten that Article 221 is actually in force.
Kenyatta announced recently that he will be presenting the budget speech on June 8th, which is Wednesday next week. This decision was partly informed by the tradition of reading the budgets of the East African countries on the same day.
Whatever Kenya provides in its budget relative to the East African community must come timeously on the same day that the applications for Uganda, Tanzania, Rwanda and Burundi come into force.
We cannot go out there hunting for answers for what is provided in the current constitution.
If we get ourselves too much into the legalese and some of these things, we could lose on that competitive advantage we have as a country in terms of being the big brother of East Africa and setting the pace for where development will be taking place.
It is not right to argue that we are bound by East African community treaties to an extent superior to this constitution, Mr. Speaker.
And so the honours was left on Speaker Kenneth Marende, who promised to deliver the ruling.
But I have to give directions, which I will do on Tuesday next week at 2:30 p.m.
At the High Court, a case challenging the legality of the budget failed to take off over what was described as legal technicalities. The case where civil society activist Ndungu Wainaine sought to stop the minister from reading the budget on the grounds that Treasury was in breach of the Constitution will now be heard on Thursday. And even as this went on, Treasury failed to present the budget estimates to Parliament to the Departmental Committee on Budget as earlier agreed, prompting members of the committee to demand that the minister be reprimanded. Hussein Mohamed, Citizen Live at 9.